I have to say a couple of things about Sherman in introducing him. First, Sherman is a consummate clinician. I would say that Sherman is the best infertility doc in the world, bar none. And I've met a lot of them, traveled widely in these circles. And I think Sherman is known as the absolute innovator in this space. And he is brutally honest in his assessment of whether various treatments for infertility work or do not work. And as Sherman may tell you, there is a lot of nonsense in this field. There is a great deal of nonsense in this field. And one of the things that has most impressed me, and it began to impress me right away, is Sherman absolutely cuts like a knife through that nonsense. Now, it's not just that he's evaluating what others are doing, but Sherman has himself been an incredible pioneer of new surgical and microsurgical techniques. Sherman came out of a urology training, right? Actually, most of the people who work in the assisted reproduction world come out of OBGYN. Sherman actually came out of urology, out of a more strictly surgical and actually male surgical perspective. But Sherman has made, and it'll probably come up in your presentation or along the way, the number of specific advances, surgical and microsurgical advances that Sherman has made over the years is incredible. So consummate clinician, respected around the world as a foremost authority. He has also been he's been very active in spreading the word to the public about what all of these questions are about fertility and infertility. Sherman has written some very popular and very accessible books about how to get pregnant.
How to get pregnant.
How to get pregnant. A masterpiece, right. And Sherman has appeared on the Today Show, I think with Oprah, and on and on and on. So he's been very successful both in sort of getting the word out about what this means, but he is in fact a frontline developer of these technologies. But then the piece that really has made our relationship is, I go back to that first meeting. So I had just presented to the American Fertility Society, now the American Society of Reproductive Medicine, some talk about the cloning of the Y chromosome. And frankly, I was thinking, what am I doing at this meeting? What do I have to do with fertility and all this? But I had in the back of my mind, maybe we should be doing some more work on male infertility. But I thought, the trick is, this meeting is full of hundreds, if not thousands, of clinicians. And I know I like to pick my collaborators really, really carefully. I have no chance in this crowded ballroom of figuring out who I should work with. But anyway, this guy comes up, starts asking me, he says, is it all right if I call you David? David, do you know that chimpanzees have huge testicles? And do you know that gorillas have tiny, tiny testicles? I think that spermatogenesis must be genetic. And he said, I've really been interested in these questions about why the gorilla has the tiny testes and the chimp has the huge testes. I've been interested in this for so long. And I said, this is the guy. This is the guy.